What if the carefully crafted image of your favorite artist was on the verge of being shattered? Busta Rhymes, a name that has become legendary in the world of hip-hop, is known for his electrifying performances, rapid-fire flow, and undeniable influence on the genre. For decades, he has commanded the stage with an energy few can match, cementing himself as one of the most recognizable figures in rap history. But behind the flashing lights, hit records, and larger-than-life persona, a storm is brewing, one that threatens to rewrite the narrative of his legacy forever. Recent controversies have surfaced, placing Busta Rhymes at the center of a whirlwind of speculation and scrutiny. As whispers turn into headlines and allegations gain momentum, many are left wondering, what is the truth? Is this simply another case of an artist being targeted by rumors, or is there more beneath the surface than meets the eye? To understand the full picture, we must take a deep dive into his journey, from his meteoric rise in the hip-hop world to the shocking claims that now follow him. This isn't just a story about music. It's a story about fame, power, secrets, and the relentless pursuit of truth in an industry where perception is everything. How far will people go to protect their legacies? What happens when the past refuses to stay buried? One thing is certain, as we peel back the layers, the revelations may change how we see this hip-hop icon forever. Buckle up, this is a story that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. Imagine stepping into the world of hip-hop in the early 90s, where raw talent, high-energy performances, and lyrical mastery defined success. Among the rising stars of that era, one name stood out: Busta Rhymes. With his unmistakable voice, rapid-fire delivery, and larger-than-life charisma, he quickly became one of the most electrifying figures in rap history. Born Trevor George Smith Jr., Busta's journey began as a member of the group leaders of the New School. While the group gained recognition, it was clear that Busta's explosive energy and unique flow were destined for something greater. His breakout moment came when he stole the show on a Tribe Called Quest's track, Scenario, delivering a verse so powerful that it instantly cemented him as a standout artist in the industry. In 1996, Busta Rhymes released his debut solo album, The Coming, marking the beginning of an era. The album's lead single, Woo-Ha, Got You All in Check, became a massive success, introducing the world to Busta's wild energy, animated delivery, and futuristic aesthetic. From that moment on, he was unstoppable. His follow-up albums, When Disaster Strikes, 1997, and Ely, Extinction Level Event, 1998, continued to push boundaries. Tracks like Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Could See and Gimme Some More not only showcased his intricate rhyme schemes, but also revolutionized hip-hop music videos with their surreal, high-budget, and visually groundbreaking style. Beyond his solo work, Busta became a collaboration powerhouse, working with some of the biggest names in the industry: Janet Jackson, Missy Elliott, Chris Brown, Mariah Carey, and even Eminem. Whether he was delivering rapid-fire verses or experimenting with new sounds, he remained one of the most sought-after artists in the game. With multiple Grammy nominations, chart-topping hits, and a lasting impact on hip-hop culture, his place among rap's elite was undeniable. But as his career soared to new heights, so did the scrutiny. Behind the flashing lights and record-breaking albums, whispers of controversy began to emerge. Busta was no stranger to the pressures of fame, and over time, the industry's darker side started creeping into his life. What seemed like an unstoppable career was about to face challenges that could change everything. In recent years, Busta Rhymes has found himself at the center of a series of shocking allegations that have ignited widespread discussion across social media and the hip-hop community. These controversies have not only put his personal life under intense scrutiny, but have also raised questions about the authenticity of his public image. The most explosive claims emerged when Big Homie CC, a former bodyguard of Busta, came forward in a candid interview, revealing startling details about the rapper's alleged lifestyle. According to CC, it was an open secret in the club scene that Busta had a particular preference for fun boys, a term often used to refer to young men recruited to keep certain celebrities entertained in VIP sections. Cece claimed that club promoters would routinely line up young men for Busta's approval whenever he made an appearance, ensuring that he was always surrounded by company that suited his alleged preferences. These revelations sent shockwaves through the industry, raising serious questions about Busta's private life and the lengths to which he would go to protect his carefully crafted image. Fans, critics, and industry insiders alike were divided, some dismissing the allegations as baseless gossip, while others found the claims to be disturbingly detailed and eerily consistent with rumors that had circulated for years. Social media exploded with heated debates, with many wondering if there was more to the story than met the eye. But just as the dust began to settle, another bombshell rumor surfaced, this time linking Busta Rhymes to 50 Cent, known for his relentless feuds and willingness to expose industry secrets. 50 Cent has built a reputation for pulling no punches when it comes to calling out fellow artists. Whispers began circulating that 50's upcoming documentary, allegedly exposing Diddy and his connections to hidden industry dealings, might also contain incriminating footage of Busta Rhymes in compromising situations. If true, such footage could have devastating consequences for Busta's career and public image, potentially reshaping the way fans and the industry view the hip-hop icon forever. As the speculation grows, Busta Rhymes has yet to publicly address these allegations head-on. Whether he will choose to break his silence, deny the claims, or let the rumors fade with time remains uncertain. But one thing is clear. The legacy of Busta Rhymes is now at a crossroads, and the next chapter could change everything. The tension between Busta Rhymes and 50 Cent has been simmering for years, with both artists subtly throwing shade at each other through interviews and social media. However, what was once seen as industry rivalry has now escalated into something much deeper as 50 Cent prepares to release his explosive documentary, a project rumored to expose the darkest secrets of the music industry. With whispers circulating that Busta Rhymes could be one of its main subjects, the anticipation surrounding the documentary has reached fever pitch. 50 Cent has never shied away from confrontation, and his track record of exposing artists speaks for itself. From Ja Rule to Diddy, he has made a career out of pulling back the curtain on industry figures, often presenting undeniable proof to back up his claims. The big question now, what does 50 Cent have on Busta Rhymes? The most shocking rumor suggests that the documentary could feature footage of Busta attending private parties hosted by Diddy, gatherings that have long been the subject of speculation and controversy. Allegations have swirled for years about the illicit activities that took place at these events, with insiders hinting that some of hip-hop's biggest names were involved. If the footage does, in fact, exist, it could serve as a career-altering bombshell, putting Busta in an unforgiving spotlight. Fans are on edge, wondering whether 50 Cent is holding back a game-changing revelation or if this is merely another case of industry gossip spiraling out of control. In recent interviews, 50 has dropped cryptic hints about having receipts that could completely shake up the hip-hop world. His relentless pursuit of industry transparency has led many to believe that he won't hesitate to expose Busta if the evidence is as damning as rumored. With his reputation hanging in the balance, Busta Rhymes now faces one of the biggest challenges of his career. Will he confront the rumors head-on and attempt to clear his name, or will he remain silent and let the storm pass? The stakes have never been higher, and the next move could define the legacy of one of hip-hop's most iconic figures. As if the controversy surrounding Busta Rhymes wasn't already intense, new voices have emerged, adding even more layers to the unfolding saga. One of the most notable claims comes from social media personality Tripoli, who took to his platform to share an unsettling encounter with the rap icon. According to Tripoli, the incident took place on Halloween night in New York City, when he was on his way to a party. He recounted how Busta allegedly approached him, grabbed his hand, and invited him to VIP. Initially, Trip was thrilled. After all, it's not every day that a legendary artist extends such an invitation. However, things quickly took a bizarre turn. He claims that his friends stepped in, and what started as an exciting moment erupted into a heated altercation. Trip's story, however, is not an isolated one. Over the past few months, multiple men have come forward with their own experiences, painting a picture of a pattern of questionable behavior. allegations range from inappropriate advances at clubs and industry events to more aggressive encounters behind the scenes. These new claims only add weight to the accusations initially made by Big Homie CC, making it harder for fans and the industry to dismiss them as baseless rumors. However, the credibility of these claims remains a fiercely debated topic. Supporters of Busta argue that these allegations are nothing more than attempts to gain clout, questioning the motives of those coming forward. Some believe that Busta's name is being dragged through the mud as part of a larger industry agenda. On the other hand, detractors argue that the sheer number of individuals stepping up suggests that there may be more truth to these allegations than meets the eye. This controversy has left Busta's fan base deeply divided. While some remain loyal, others are beginning to question their longtime admiration for the artist. Is Busta Rhymes truly the larger-than-life icon fans have idolized for decades? Or is there another side to his story that the public is only now beginning to uncover? As the claims continue to pile up, one thing is certain: this story is far from over. In the wake of mounting allegations, Busta Rhymes has chosen to remain largely silent. His lack of a direct response has only fueled speculation, leaving fans, critics, and the media to draw their own conclusions. With each passing day, the question grows louder: why isn't Busta addressing these claims head-on? When previously asked about the ongoing controversies surrounding Diddy, Busta urged people to reserve judgment until the full truth was revealed. While this statement seemed like an attempt to distance himself from the drama, his vague and evasive response only raised more questions. Is he staying quiet to protect his image, or is he afraid of what might come to light if he engages further? Throughout his career, Busta has been known for his larger-than-life personality, his electrifying performances, and his unmistakable charisma. However, the stark contrast between his public persona and the private life described by those making allegations is jarring. Many fans now find themselves at a crossroads, struggling to reconcile the artist they've long admired with the troubling accusations being made against him. For some, this is a moment of reckoning. For others, it's simply a waiting game to see if more evidence emerges. But in an era of social media and instant news, silence is rarely a winning strategy. By refusing to speak out, Busta is allowing the narrative to be shaped by those making the accusations. In a world where public perception can change overnight, his reluctance to defend himself may ultimately do more damage than the allegations themselves. Will Busta Rhymes finally break his silence, or will his legacy be defined by the stories told by others? As this controversy continues to unfold, one thing is certain: his silence is speaking volumes. As the dust begins to settle, it's time to look beyond the controversy itself and consider the deeper implications of these revelations. The music industry has long been cloaked in secrecy, with many artists carefully curating their public images while keeping their private lives hidden. Busta Rhymes' situation is not just about one artist. It's a reflection of the larger, unspoken realities within the entertainment world. If any of these allegations hold weight, what does it mean for the fans who have supported Busta for decades? Millions have idolized him, not just for his music, but for the energy, charisma, and larger-than-life persona he has built over the years. When an artist's reputation is called into question, fans are often forced to confront an uncomfortable truth: their heroes are human, and humans are flawed. This phenomenon isn't unique to Busta. Time and time again, the culture of celebrity has placed artists on pedestals, making it difficult for the public to separate the performer from the person behind the fame. But when cracks in that image begin to show, the emotional investment of fans is tested. Some will stand by him no matter what, while others may feel betrayed or disillusioned. Beyond just Busta, the potential fallout from these allegations could ripple throughout the industry. If 50 Cent's documentary truly contains damning evidence, it could expose a culture of secrecy that has persisted for decades. Other artists may find themselves under similar scrutiny, and the industry itself may be forced to reckon with its past. Ultimately, this controversy raises larger questions about accountability in the entertainment world. Will artists and industry insiders finally be held responsible for what happens behind closed doors? Or will this just be another story that fades away, leaving the culture of secrecy intact? One thing is clear: the world is watching, and the truth, whatever it may be, will have lasting consequences. The music industry has always operated as a tight-knit, yet cutthroat world where relationships, alliances, and rivalries shape careers. Now, as the allegations against Busta Rhymes continue to gain traction, the way his peers and industry insiders react will be a major factor in determining the future of his legacy. Will fellow artists stand by him, or will they distance themselves to protect their own reputations? In past scandals, many artists have chosen silence over taking a stand, fearing that speaking out, whether in defense or condemnation, could come back to haunt them. However, the music industry is evolving. With social media amplifying public demand for accountability, the expectation for artists to address controversies is stronger than ever. If this situation escalates, Busta could face pressure from both fans and the industry to respond directly. The actions of his peers will play a critical role in shaping the public perception of this controversy. If other high-profile artists speak out in his defense, it could help minimize the fallout and shift the narrative in his favor. However, if they remain silent, or worse, openly criticize him, Busta may find himself increasingly isolated. In an industry where collaborations and affiliations drive success, losing support from major figures could have serious consequences for his career. Beyond individual responses, the industry as a whole may be forced to confront larger questions about its culture. If 50 Cent's rumored documentary truly exposes hidden aspects of Busta's life, it could trigger a reckoning within hip-hop, pushing more artists to reconsider their own past actions and the power dynamics that exist behind the scenes. At this moment, Busta's fate is hanging in the balance. The question remains, will the industry close ranks around him, or will they let him fall? The coming weeks will reveal where loyalties truly lie, and whether the hip-hop world is ready to embrace transparency or continue to operate behind a veil of secrecy. Busta Rhymes' journey from hip-hop icon to the center of controversy forces us to confront the realities of fame, power, and the narratives we choose to believe. As the rumors intensify and 50 Cent's documentary looms on the horizon, the question remains, is Busta truly entangled in Diddy's web of secrets, or is he just another victim of the industry's ruthless rumor mill? At this point, the lines between truth and speculation are becoming increasingly blurred. With multiple allegations surfacing and industry insiders hinting at incriminating footage, the stakes have never been higher. Whether these claims are founded in reality or merely an elaborate smear campaign, the impact on Busta's legacy will be undeniable. But this isn't just about one artist. This is a moment of reckoning for the entire hip-hop industry. If these allegations hold weight, we may be witnessing the start of a massive shift in how artists and executives are held accountable. If not, it serves as a stark reminder of how easily reputations can be shattered in the court of public opinion. So, what do you think? Is Busta Rhymes' legacy in jeopardy, or is this just another industry scandal blown out of proportion? Drop your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned, because the world of hip-hop is about to change forever.